Massive news today for Hycroft investors. Hycroft Mining, ticker symbol HYMC, up almost 20% on the day, trading at levels not seen since 2023, $5.45 as gold and silver prices continue their move up. And now a bombshell dropping in after hours that Eric Sprott, a well-known gold and silver investor, has placed yet another chit on the table, putting more money down investing on Hycroft in a private placement. We're going to cover all those details in today's video. Look, I know a lot of people love to hate on Hycroft. They didn't understand the timeline. They don't know what junior miners are all about. They don't know how long it could take for a company to do a proper exploration before they invest the money to get back into mining. If you don't understand all of that, I'm not here to explain it to you. You've had 3 years to learn about how junior mining works. In my videos, I never try to convince you guys to buy or invest in Hycroft. That is totally your decision. It's a speculative ticker. For me personally, I just swing trade it. I buy it when it's cheap. I sell it into run-ups. You can see my most recent buy and sell here on the screen. But look, if you are one of these people hating on Hycroft and you didn't have the conviction like some people out there do to buy in the $1.63 range there on the bottom left of the screen at the end of 2023, you have now missed out on a run-up of 236%. Today's closing price, $5.45, 236%. Who wouldn't love to have a return like that in not even 2 years? And I want to hear from you down in the comments if you don't think it's bullish that Eric Sprott invested a huge chunk of money in June 2025 in Hycroft, and now another sizable position of cash on September 2nd, 2025, just months ago, putting down a ton of money, and now at these price levels, buying in again. Remember that Hycroft has a feasibility study, a technical report coming out at the end of this year. What is going to be on that report? What are we going to find out about the economics of the mine? What are we going to find out about the timeline? These are things that I'm excited to find out. I can't tell you what it's going to be. Junior miners are speculative, but boy, Eric Sprott putting down some money ought to, I think, maybe give you a little bit of something to think about. Let's talk about the details in today's video. Now that we're done patting ourselves on the back, let's get into the details of today's news after hours. If you guys follow my channel, you know for the last year or so, I've been letting you know that the company's cash was getting a little bit low and to expect some dilution, and we did get an announcement in June that the company was doing a $40 million offering, which was, in my opinion, adequate to buy them another 12 months of life. And, you know, they're expecting to get the feasibility study published at the end of 2025, just in a couple months. So that is fine. That offer was well received by the market. In fact, the company even was able to sell an over allotment, and we got a follow-up announcement on that on July 14th. Eric Sprott bought a lot of that June offering. You can see, and I'll put a link to this article back from June 20th in the video description down below. He bought 6.35 million shares back in June. That is on top of the initial investment that he already had in the company. Now today we get another announcement, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't see this one coming, although it does comply with the CEO handbook. If you guys are familiar with my CEO handbook series, when your stock price runs up and you need money, take advantage of it and sell some shares. Hycroft has made no secret that repairing the balance sheet is one of their primary objectives as they decide whether or not they're going to get back into mining here in the next year or two. So I probably shouldn't have been surprised, but the timing so close to that announcement that they, or that sale that they did in June, I guess that is what caught me by surprise. I probably should have been expecting this, I guess, with the massive run up in stock price over the last week or so, as silver and gold have been absolutely on fire, and the gold and silver basket ETFs and a lot of the junior miners individually have all been on a nice run. It is a smart time for the company to sell shares. Get a little more cash on that balance sheet, maybe pay off some debt, maybe use it to get ready to get into mining, pay for some of that exploration. At any rate, we got the news announcement here September 2nd. The company is offering 14.017 million units at $4.28 per unit, for a total proceeds of $60 million. Each unit will be comprised of 1 share of common stock and 1/2 of 1 common stock warrant. That is pretty standard for the type of units that Hycroft sells, similar to the deal that AMC got back in the day, shares plus warrants. And you can think of warrants as kind of a sweetener to private investors to come in and take down a large sum of money. And they are all making a bet. AMC, Eric Sprott. We have another investor here, Tribeca Global Natural Resources. Tribeca, they say. When these companies get the warrants, that is an incentive for them to take down a large amount of shares, and they are betting, because of the warrant price being higher than the current price, they are placing a bet that the price of this stock will go up over time. It does say further into the press release here that the company intends to use the proceeds of the private placement to fund advancement of the mine and for working capital and general corporate purposes, kind of covering all the buckets there. The company had $68 million of cash on the balance sheet per the most recent quarterly filing, and now we get to add approximately another $60 million or so. This will put Hycroft in a position of cash that they have not seen since 2022. And just a reminder, their long-term debt is around $131 million. Things I think about now, we got 14 million new shares coming in on a shares outstanding of 39 million. That's a significant amount, but gold and silver are hot right now. So it's going to be interesting to watch to see how the market digests this news of additional shares versus the bet of Eric Sprott laying down more money, plus the precious metal prices being hot. Will there be some negative reaction tomorrow when whenever the 8K and the 13D from Eric Sprott hit? Will that push the price down a little bit as the market contemplates additional dilution? Or are things so bullish for precious metals that the stock holds these levels or even continues to go up? I don't know. I can't tell you what's going to happen. It'll be interesting to watch. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Eric Sprott's new additional investment in Hycroft. What do you think about the price action of precious metals? Have you been a believer all along? Congrats if you have been. Leave me your comments and questions down below. I am Tony Denaro. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.